I'm here. Welcome to Wine Wednesday Volume 3. So today we are trying a new wine from California called Carnivore. I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. So I did it the Asian way. The Asian way meaning that I saw a wine that was almost selling out and then I picked it. So the theory is if it's something that's good, it's usually gonna sell out. Or if you look at the side comparison of other wines, maybe they're fully stocked. And then you look at the other one and the stock is dwindling. So that's how I picked it. Also, if you ever see a line in front of a place, it's usually good. Or if you see a line of Asian people, it's probably good or it's probably free. There are instances where I've been to Chinatown and I've seen all the grandmas and grandpas lining up for stuff, and it's usually free stuff. So this wine is from California. It's a 2015 wine. I know nothing about it except for the fact that it is a Cabernet Sauvignon. And here goes the first taste. Sniff first. Remember, sniff. It smells like wine. No different. Very sweet beginning. It depends how you let it hit your tongue too. If you kind of just gulp it, it's way sweeter than the one that I had last week, which was the Malbec. I think it's Malbec. It's not the Maybach, that's for sure. That's a car. But for this one, this might be the sweetest wine yet. But this one's a 0, I think, on the level of sweetness. So I'm kind of surprised that this one is actually sweeter. I think for wine beginners, this actually might not be a bad wine for you to try. So just to break it down, it's sweet and it tastes like alcohol. That's all I have to say for this one today. What I'm going to do differently is we're going to do, I think, 3 to 5 of these no filter questions that came from the Unplug to Connect kit that I got from Sage. I'll post a link to the video right here. You can check it out. You can get it for a limited time. I think it's a special for this month. So when you spend $30, you can buy the kit for $30. Inside it has a ceramic diffuser. I guess it's the old traditional style. We put water and you put the drops, you put the candle in it and it diffuses naturally with heat, rather than the ones that are from Sage now, or the ones that you can get on Amazon where it's like plumes of vapor, I guess. It comes with 100 questions. And if you saw my last video that reviewed the kit itself, I answered 5 random questions, and I'm gonna do the same today because that was pretty fun. So let's go. If you had the attention of the world for just 10 seconds, what would you say? Reputation and legacy is everything. Know what you're doing and know the consequences of your actions, good or bad. That one was easy. Next question. If you could stay up all night, what would you do? I think in this point in time, I would make videos. But that's if I have the brain energy too. I find that at nighttime, it's hard to actually concentrate or be creative, especially after a long day at work. But yeah, I think if you asked me this like maybe 5 years ago, I would have said play video games. Play Call of Duty or Battlefield or Diablo though, see? I'm making another reference to Diablo, my Diablo fans out there. Third question. If you could trade places with your parents, what would you do differently? I wouldn't push them to do all the things that traditional Asian parents would do. For example, piano. I did piano. That was very Asian. I did kumon. I also did abacus. Abacus is the calculations of those beads. The only thing I remember from abacus is how to count to 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The thumb is 5. I don't know how to explain that besides that it's messed up. And then 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's 10? 2 thumbs up. Put me in hockey earlier. I didn't do hockey till pretty late growing up. I'm scared. I'm gonna lose batteries. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I had to change the battery, so I changed the angle a little bit so it doesn't look too boring. Always working those angles. Just kidding. Someone just cringed at me. It's okay. Fourth question. What is one way someone has made an impact on you this month? That's a good question, Sage. You guys have some deep thinkers over there with your aromatherapy. Maybe it's releasing your minds from whatever norms you guys are facing. That one's a hard one. I might have to skip it because like I said before, sometimes after a long day of work, your brain just doesn't work. In this case, it's not working. What was your dream job growing up? I think my dream job growing up was to become a filmmaker. I think for a while there, when I was probably up to like the age of 12, that's what I wanted to do. I remember playing with like little action figures and recreating scenes in my mind. That was before like digital cameras that were affordable and you can do it at home. So I kind of lost that dream as I was growing up and was more focused with school and the idea of going to university because my parents were really pushing it. But for me, like dreaming to be a filmmaker was difficult because there were so many obstacles in the way. For example, the computer, the technology, like all those things were like barriers, and also the amount of money it would cost for someone to, I guess with my culture, to want to be a filmmaker. That would be a hard stretch to kind of tell your parents. So that was a dream job that I kind of put aside as well. And now with technology being cheaper and easier to do, and with like MacBooks and Final Cut Pro, everything's a lot easier for me to actually pursue as a hobby. So I'm kind of doing it now. Although it's not a paying job, it is still something I enjoy doing immensely in terms of like improving my skills with editing or even filming or even talking in front of a camera. So it's kind of come full circle for me. If you could nominate anyone to lead your country, who would it be? And that's the final question for today. The only name I can think about right now is Napoleon Dynamite. Could you imagine him in front of like the House of Commons and him talking? He's like, heck yes. What? I'm getting scolded for picking Napoleon Dynamite as a person who isn't actually a person. You can't say Justin Bieber because he'll burn the place down. He'll just be saying sorry the whole time. The only other name I can think of right now is like Biff Naked, because she's like badass. Or Pamela Anderson, who's a huge advocate for animals. Yeah, I think a woman leading the country would be super cool. I'm gonna pick one more because that one was super difficult. Like, seriously guys, you guys are giving me some brain farts here. Who is the one person you wish you could thank, and for what? The first person that just came to my mind would be my grandpa, so my mom's dad, for instilling values in her that's passed on to me. Because I've heard tons of stories about him, and I've never met him personally. I think only 2 of my cousins out of the 6 I've actually met him before he passed away. So I think his work ethic in bringing up my mom, my aunts, and my uncles it instilled a lot of like important values in which they took to Canada, and basically the cliche of starting from the bottom, and then now they've reached to the point where they're instilling values to us growing up. I think that was very important in the sense that family was number 1, and then helping each other was number 2, and then number 3 would be just hard work. My grandma and my grandpa, I would say, are the ones to thank for teaching all my aunts and uncles and my mom those important values, and I think I'm carrying on those values now as a adult. Yeah, that one's a good one. So thank you for watching Wine Wednesdays with me today. Basically for newbies. Besides the fact that the wine was pretty sweet, I really have nothing else to say in regards to it besides that it kind of tastes like wine when you kind of swallow it. For those who don't know who this is Mona, the Ewok. She does look like an Ewok. She's probably swearing at me right now in her, I guess, dog language, but if you enjoyed this video, please come back and watch more. I'm here every Wednesdays to review a new wine catered to newbies who know nothing about wine. Like and subscribe if you want to. Check back for reviews on food, cheat day, and if you have any suggestions, leave in the comments below, and I will see you next week. And Mona will also see you next week, maybe, if she's not angry at me. Yeah, she said something weird. Okay, see you guys next time.